Hi guys, and welcome to our wild speculation vid, where we will speculate who the next race is to be introduced into Warhammer 2 Total War, or Total War Warhammer 2 as it's more popularly called. Uh, we reckon it's going to be the Ogre Kingdoms, or at least some aspect of the Ogre Kingdoms at the very least. So, take it away, Jimmy.
Why do I have to do this? Fine.
Because Jamie, you are more knowledgeable about this than I am. I agree it's going to be the Outer Kingdoms. I think because it's the most fleshed out, unique race that they could add. That's pretty cool and different.
And that's all you're going on.
Well, yeah, and also like we were talking about the Dogs of War. I've got an idea of how it can be in Dogs of War. I've mentioned it in the other video, but we'll go into that when the time comes.
No, the problem with those kingdoms is that they are quite far away from the map that we have at the moment. Because
Yeah,
beyond the World Edge Mountains, which is the big mountain range on the right side of the map, then there's past that you've got the entire bloody Darklands, which is Chaos Dwarves territory. So if you have the Ogre Kingdoms, you have to add the Chaos Dwarves, maybe if you have that part of the map.
yeah.
But to actually include them without having a whole new section added, I think the way they could do that is have them as migrating hordes, similar to Chaos.
Yeah, I think
Um,
that's a good thing.
Similar to Chaos, as they just keep on coming in waves and waves. So you'd play as one of the main lords, or you just have them as joining other armies as mercenaries. So you'd
Yeah,
instead of making, say, alliances, you make mercenary contracts with a certain race.
yeah. So yeah, this is the idea I had wasn't it? Instead of alliances, you have contracts, and you were just a
Yeah,
mercenary army for hire, and you would just get money from doing contracts, raiding, pillaging, and you your next objective, your next quest would be whoever you allied yourself with gave you. And then there could be bigger contracts, like bigger bounties. Like someone says to you, "I really fucking hate Archon Everchosen, and he's
everyone
fucking me
hates
up right
Archon
now."
Avatar.
Exactly. And they just want him dead, so you hire the Ogre Kingdom guys, and you go in. If you kill him, wound him, or whatever, you get a payout. And it could work the same way as if you didn't play as Ogre Kingdoms. Like, you want someone dealt with, you hire them, and then they can come in, get the job done, and you don't have to worry about them anymore. And it would be nice. I think it would be a nice pairing of this to bring in Dogs of War as well. Like,
Yeah,
it would be a nice. It would change the gameplay, the different aspects of gameplay. Like, if you're a mercenary instead of a rogue army, your agenda is completely different. You're not taking part in the Vortex campaign. You're not um, taking part in the Mortal Empire sort of thing, sort of. But if you're a mercenary army and you have ogres and stuff and whatever you have in your army, if you're in the Vortex campaign, it might play differently. Like, you get contracts to disrupt, so you become the intervention force. But
yeah. Instead of
intervention
hiring
force
an
you
intervention force,
control.
which we all know does jack shit, you
Yeah.
hire the ogres to hopefully then attack and.
Yeah, and if you play as them, it makes it different, a different kind of gameplay. Because then you're rushing to this location to do the contract, and because they could change it even further by saying other mercenary armies are contracted to do it as well. So it's like a race to get there and to get the job done before they can do it. Maybe might work. That probably wouldn't work. But the thing is, it would be something different. It would change the gameplay up a little bit as well.
Yeah, they could have it as hordes, as because we got chaos hordes and beastmen hordes. So
Yep. And the rogue armies are already in it.
the rogue army, so that's more of that's a kind of like hint towards we may or may not have bloody Dog the War or not,
Mm.
although we all want
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Mercenaries have been an integral part of the Total War franchise for ages, and all of a sudden they
Yeah.
disappeared. So It's kind of weird, to say the least, that that's not been put in yet. But obviously they have a reason for it.
No, so like basically you start with a horde of some kind,
Hmm.
and so the more you pillage and burn and do contracts, then the more ogres start coming. So instead of building armies, you'd just get once you like reach a certain point, you get a new army spawn, which I reckon would be quite
Hmm.
cool from the World Age Mountains.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be quite cool. That's where you rock up from.
So you have to be a bit more conservative about who you attack and how you use your armies, because if you use them all up, you're screwed.
Yeah, I think it will change it in the sense that you might have more mechanics to do. You know how like the Tomb Kings have got the repository thing where you build things.
Yeah.
Like you could buy weapons and stuff for your army, different upgrades and stuff, and really tailor to become almost each of your units can become regiments of renown, but regiments of renown that you create by giving them buffs and stuff and buying buffs,
Yeah.
and they get experience. It's a bit more
So
RPG
by
like,
doing
perhaps.
like contracts for other races, you then get say you do contracts for the Empire, you then get access to cannoners and handguns. You do a contract for what Bretonia or something, you'd get like knightly armor, like
Yeah,
honors and stuff.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. That kind of stuff. You just upgrade yourself by using different things, and you tailor your playthrough depending on how you want to play and what contracts you take to get your end resulting army or your build, as they call it.
I
Don't they?
think it'd be a nice because it's not a entirely new horde system, but it's a new way to continue your hordes and improve your hordes rather than just camping in an area for a certain while where you build buildings, then moving onwards, camping onwards, camping onwards. This way, you just keep on moving on, evolving and adapting and changing.
Mm, yeah, it would definitely change it up at the very least. Like I say, it would change it up. Um, what just out of curiosity, Joey, so what the other laws you could get with the Ogre Kingdoms if they come through, or in fact, Chaos Dwarves, or whichever one they want to do a Dogs of War.
Say again?
So basically, if they bring in Ogre Kingdoms or Dogs of War, or
Yeah.
whatever, what heroes could you see with Ogre Kingdoms? Because there's like a mage and a different kind of things, isn't there?
Well, the two main ones are basically Skag the Slaughterer, who the
Yeah,
Prophet of the Great Maw, MAW, however you pronounce that, whatever. Um, he's kind of like the main wizard. He's still ridiculously powerful in close combat, as all ogres are.
mm.
Uh, but plus he kind of like has a what known as gorges in the ogre army book, kind of like albino ogres, or not quite
Yeah,
that, but they're kind of like malformed ogres who were chucked into the labyrinths of the underground tunnels,
yeah,
and he can like summon them to the battlefield once he's killed enough people. This is in the tabletop, so he'll be a nice choice. And then you've got the main one, the ogre tyrant, who's got a ridiculously long name, but Greaser Goldtooth is the shortened hand. He'll be like your main leader, and he's got like a strength 10 in the tabletop, so he'd be an immensely powerful close combat fighter. Plus, he's ridiculously rich.
yeah. Just to point out that Jimmy's got the codex in front of me. It's not just a massive nerd.
One of the old army books.
Yeah. I'm trying to translate it for those people that don't know well, the codex. One of the old army books. Because what are they called now? Oh, sorry, it's codex in 40k.
I
Isn't
don't
it?
know what they actually called in Age of Sigmar now, but they're still codexes in 40k. But they were army books in the old Warhammer.
A lot has changed since then. Obviously, are Ogre Kingdoms in? Are they a mod?
I don't know
Yeah.
if anyone's actually made an ogre mod.
I know the Tomb Kings were done, weren't they? Which was quite cool.
Yeah, the Tomb King. Well, they were basically a reskin of vampire counts, which isn't too hard.
Oh, it isn't too hard, Jamie. Is that a challenge?
It's not a challenge. It's compared to like making a whole new. Because I don't think they've got anything to base the ogres on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because they're completely different. They're a completely different race, aren't they? They're completely unique.
Yeah, it's a nice. Cause I like the Tomb Kings. The Tomb Kings are a very nice race. They've got a good. They're not. They are quite unique to play as, but they are sort of a. They take aspects from other races.
Mm.
So I think ogres would be a bit more their own thing. Other than, like I said, if they did the horde mode, then they'll be a bit similar to chaos and beastmen. But other than that, I think it'll be a bit more unique and enjoyable.
Yeah, and they could really play it like we've been talking. They could really play with the game modes and
Yeah.
like the game mechanics and make them completely fun to play as, different feel, especially like with the Tomb Kings having a slightly different feel, and they've you know make them. I want to say not obviously different to players, but give you different strategies. There's new strategies to players. You've got to play them a different way. You're forced to play them a different way. Whereas this with the Ogre Kingdoms, and if they make Dogs of War, you'll be forced to play a different way because the game mechanics would have changed. If they've changed how we want them to change, then it will change the way you have to play all the time, because otherwise you won't be able to play as them properly.
It's one of the things that I am sort of annoyed with in what they've done in this game, where they've made it so you can conquer anywhere, which has sort of annoyed me because it changes the way Wood Elves played.
Yep, that's true.
Changed Norska. Norska had like they couldn't colonize; they could only colonize special parts.
Yeah.
And the AI has just gone crazy because they can now colonize anywhere. They just go for completely different routes than what they usually take. Well, they're taking the old one.
Yeah, that's true. They kind of, because they can conquer anywhere. It's just it plays out differently every single time, sort of.
Yeah.
Which makes it better. But I get why they've done it, and it kind of annoyed me that you couldn't do it in the other game as well. But now that you can, I can see why you didn't in the
I
first
thought I preferred
place.
the old version. Now that I've got the new one.
Yeah, and that's what my problem is. Like, I first of all, I was like, it's stupid. Why can you not conquer what you want to? It's fucking.
But it
Total
was the
War.
style of this game. It made it different to the other ones, the other Total War. Because this shouldn't be like the other Total Wars. It should take inspiration from them, but it should be its own unique thing because it's in a completely different world.
Yeah, exactly. It's not historical. It's fantasy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think out of all the races that could be brought in, well, there's not many left, but we definitely think Warhammer Total War 3 or Total Warhammer 3, however way you say it, will be completely chaos. Do you think that'll be the chaos
That's what
one?
most people are leaning towards.
That's a lot of content. So Ogre Kingdoms will be, because this thing, the Warhammer, what do we have? We had Beastmen as a expansion.
And then Wood Elves as the added unit, as the added races. But
Yeah,
we also got expansions on the other races within the game.
Yeah, so Norska. So we've only had Tomb Kings, so there needs to be another race coming up, doesn't there, really? If they follow that formula.
Yeah, there needs to be at least one more. And I can see them kind of like upgrading one of the already in-game races like they did for Norska.
Yeah, so that maybe, like you said, with Kislev and expanded, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I do really hope they just go, no, we won't expand one of them yet. Or if they do expand one, it'll be a DLC. but they're gonna go. We're gonna make bloody ogres as a full race.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope. It it might come soon. It might not. I know there's a
No,
few
I
gaps
think the
on the
next
thing, isn't
thing.
there?
I think the next thing is gonna be upgrading one of the in-game races, or two of the in-game races like they did with the Grim in the Grave and the Warlord and King.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think.
I think
Yeah,
that
that.
would be
Yeah,
next up on the DLC list.
yeah, definitely. But who are they gonna do that with then?
Well, seeing as Skaven have already been given a DLC Lord,
Yeah,
and they generally do them in the pairs, I reckon it's going to be High Elves and Dark Elves.
yeah. So who are they to bring in? Do you reckon?
I reckon Everqueen is a good possibility, or Imgur, something along those lines. Kalador person,
Kelador. Yeah, or whatever, whoever it's called. Fair enough.
and then Dark Elves most likely Malice Darkblade,
Hmm.
who sounds like I have no idea who these people.
No idea. It's all foreign to me, Jamie. But yeah, that's probably the way they're gonna go. I mean, they could go out with a bang and go Early Kingdoms at the end. It all depends when Warhammer Total War 3 is coming out. When's that life cycle? What's their plan? If you knew that,
Yeah,
then you could gauge it. But if they're like next year, for instance, or yeah, if 2019 they're like Warhammer 2 Total, Warhammer 3 Total War Warhammer 3, however you say it, um, then you know that they might be saving that for a rainy day, perhaps. Or if it's another
uh,
2 years away, Ogre Kingdoms could be the last DLC to say this is the last DLC. We're going to support the game still, update some stuff. This is the last DLC. You got to wait another X amount of time for the next installment.
I really do hope they continue upgrading the old ones as well.
Yes, yeah, they need to do that still.
Because I
Like
feel
what?
like even though I haven't really played that much with Wood Elves, I feel like they need a bit of an upgrade.
Yeah, definitely. Or the Empire as well, because obviously the Empire is the vanilla race, isn't it? Sort of thing. They didn't.
Yeah.
Or dwarves perhaps get a few more. Chaos dwarves would be a nice, just to they could put them on as well, like with Ogre Kingdoms. They could bring Chaos dwarves just to give a different flavour to the dwarves, like the Dark Elves and High Elves. Like just so you had that combination of using hard hitting armored dwarves, but also have the backup of demons and all kind of monsters. So they like the
Well,
dwarves,
no,
but you've
Chaos
got that
Dwarves
added
don't have
things.
demons.
Do they not? I thought they have.
No, they basically trap demons inside mechanical objects.
Ah, oh yeah, because of the what do you call it? The chaos have the
Like the Hell Cannon, I'm pretty sure
hell
has like a
cannons,
as a demon in it thing.
and then the chaos. They're the only chaos dwarves you actually see in the game, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be cool if the chaos dwarves just had like a different play style to the Nord dwarves, and you'd have a different sort of feel.
Well, Chaos Dwarves can use magic, which is,
Oh, all right.
so that changes it up slightly.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Plus,
Well,
plus Chaos Dwarves could also have Orc slaves, which is quite nice.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Of course. I remember you saying about that. That'd be quite cool. But yeah, I mean, we could leave that speculation there, but uh, guy, let us know in the comment below what you think the next race and how they're going to do it. What's their plan for the future? I mean, do you think it's going to be Oak Kingdoms, or do you think that's going to be for the next installment? Are we going to get obviously more heroes at some point? There's going to be more DLC coming, but what DLC is it going to be? So only time will tell. I mean, we've got all this year to go through, obviously, and we'll see what is on the horizon for Warhammer 2 Total War.
The great gods of Creators Assembly bring us.
Yeah, see what they actually cook up. Where the hell is Norska? That's what I want to know. I want my
want my
Norska back.
Norska.
I want my Norska back. I pre-ordered it. I got it as a race in Warhammer. I want it back now.
I want it with all the other races.
Yeah, maybe it's because of the size of the island and that. It's probably just fucking.
I want to
stupid.
go hunting carnosaurs.
Oh yes, Yeah, it's just the Vikings taking over the world. So we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, guys. Let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are, and we'll see you guys in
And
the next
how
video.
completely wrong we are.
Yeah, and how completely wrong we are. That's the most important thing. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.